In this section, we're going to fit and install the eyebrow windows and the interior liners. Now, you'll notice on the interior liners, they have a smooth gel coat finish, ready to install. Or you can just paint or cover it. When you use a covering, we suggest you use a light material and a thin material to help minimize the weight. When you build your helicopter, minimizing the weight is one thing you want to constantly be aware of, because less weight means more power for the pilot.
Refer to the Construction Manual, Section 9, for components and prints. Fit the eyebrow windows. Some trimming of the edges will be necessary so the window fits in with the recess. 12 evenly spaced 632 screws, nuts, and washers secure the window to the panel. Final hole size should be 5/32 of an inch, which is slightly oversized for the 632 screws. Builder tip. When drilling the holes, place the hole locations as close to the edge of the window as possible. This will make a better fit for the interior panel later. As an option, mask off the inside of the window and paint the outside edge as shown here on this finished helicopter. The interior liners are supplied in 4 pieces. Fit the forward liners first. Trim the lower front corner as necessary. Trim a little at a time for best fit. The lower portion of the liner fits between the floor pan and the tub. Hold in position and drill the panel to mark the holes. Allow for the body screws by cutting slots as shown here. You may need to thin the material to fit between the panels. The forward liners are secured with 3 832 countersunk screws. Locate and drill 1/8 inch holes as shown and cleco in place. Trim the liner just past the seam of the door post and upper fuselage front cowling. After the correct fit has been achieved, install the nut plates to the liners. Install the liners, both pilot and passenger, with countersunk screws located on E32 Card 1, part number E00-1205. A notch must be cut in the eyebrow liner to mate with the forward liner. The narrow part of the forward liner should extend beyond the cutout and be covered by the eyebrow liner. Remove all of the screws that secure the eyebrow panel to the seat back, as shown. Place the interior liner between the seat back and the body panels. Lift the top part over the rear seat back. Mark and trim the panel to fit. Check the front edge of the liner to match the edge of the windscreen. The liner is secured with 832 countersunk screws to the edge of the body panels in 3 places. Locate and drill 1/8 inch holes and cleco in place. Transfer the body panel screw holes to the liner. Trim off the excess and you should slightly oversize the holes in the liner to help with alignment. Install the interior liner on the other side. The eyebrow liners may butt together or overlap where they meet at the top of the roof panel. An opening will be cut for the overhead switch panel later in Section 21, Electrical Systems.
Well, now that the interior liners are fitted and installed, it's time to think about painting. With painting, preparation is the key. Now, we recommend for the gel coat surfaces that you start with 400 grit sandpaper and then final sand with 600 grit wet sanding. That'll give you a nice smooth satiny finish. With the seat back and the floor pan, we recommend to be painted black. Reason being is if you use a light color, it can reflect back up into the windscreen and cause a visual obstruction. We also recommend that you take the helicopter apart and paint the panels separately, so none of the overlapping edges don't get painted. Now, with regard to the tail boom, this aluminum surface needs to be sanded also, and a Scotch-Brite pad works best for that. Now, you should probably talk to a local painter in your area about your environment, but Rotorway normally recommends a 2-part polyurethane paint. This gives the best results for a novice painter for a long-lasting finish.